Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. You know, a lot of the news developments that I'm seeing that have anything to do at all with the XRP ecosystem, it just seems surreal. There are a few things I'm going to cover in this latest Moon Lambo hot jam. Let me tell you this, though. It is the case that the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, who has a media company, has just put out an announcement indicating that they are absolutely going to be filing for ETFs in the world of crypto, specifically with a focus on those cryptocurrencies that are, American born. I'll give you the exact words a little bit later in the video, but you know that's XRP. He's already freaking tweeted. Oh, well, it's not a tweet because he did it on Truth Social. You know what I'm saying? Does that mean he truthed it? Whatever it is. Whatever the terminology is. The point is, he put it out on social media that XRP is a key factor. We already know the connection that Ripple, including Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, has with Trump. He's in the ear of the president. We know all of this. And now we get news that they're going to go more in that direction. And there's already been, at this point, how many companies have filed for an XRP ETF? Like over a dozen. It's something like that. It's ridiculous. Whatever the number is, it's freaking ridiculous. And then we just had Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, on national television talking about how the headwinds are gone and now they basically got tailwinds pushing them into awesomeness. And he's absolutely still talking about XRP and specifically its utility in combating the frankly outdated, awful system that is SWIFT. So we're talking about XRP as a bridge currency. That's not dead, don't forget that. But then there's all these other use cases. Thanks to RLUSD, which requires the usage of XRP, at least on the XRP ledger anyway. It absolutely does. I gotta tell you, in 2017, I believe that XRP was an obvious one. And I went heavy investing in XRP for years. I dollar cost averaged in, and then I made some larger purchases. I believed it was obvious back then. Now, if you deny it, you are actually stupid. You're a stupid human if you deny it. Like that's where we're at right now. Like, it's so obvious. That is where we're at. And you'll see why. So hang on, this is going to be a fun video. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby, and just for fun. Here's the headline from the Daily Hodl. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse predicts Trump effect will spark crypto adoption wave in 2025. Oh, piece reads as follows. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is predicting crypto adoption will soar this year as U.S. President Donald Trump embraces the industry. In a new interview with Fox Business, Garlinghouse says that since the United States is no longer stifling the crypto industry with unnecessary lawsuits and regulation by enforcement, the growth of the digital asset sector is poised to skyrocket. Here's a quote. I freaking love this. And can I just say first, given that we in the XRP community, we're the most attacked crypto community that there ever has been in history. It's undeniably true in my mind. Toxic Bitcoin maximalists all over us because they feel very threatened by the technology that is XRP and the actual adoption. And then you had the United States government attacking XRP for literally years. And recognizing that, and seeing where we are right now, and everything is just freaking completely flipped. Talk about a 180. Except for however bad all that stuff was, it's flipped now, but the degree to which that was bad, paste that on whatever is good, but then amplify it by some order of magnitudes. That's where we are now. XRP, if anything, XRP is now being favored. Check this out. Here's the quote from Brad Garlinghouse. Once the United States government filed suit, we really were kind of frozen in the U.S. market, and so about 95% of our customers today, Ripple's customers, are non-U.S. financial institutions, and those are some of the largest financial institutions, ranging from HSBC and BBVA to payment providers you wouldn't necessarily have heard of. Markets like Japan, I think, are still unlocking. The market opportunity here is massive. And folks, I just got to pause to state that's a key takeaway. The market opportunity here is massive. And so, he may very well be talking about specifically how that applies to his company. But XRP is at the core of all this shit. It's at the very core. That is the most important thing to Ripple, the long-term viability of XRP, and it's working. It is working, and it's not all up to them, obviously. There has to be a healthy ecosystem. I'm just saying they're a good, healthily behaving participant, and all of this ultimately is good for the XRP ecosystem. Every good player contributing, yet all of that is good. They just happen to be the most well-known. But the degree to which this could be adopted, if Ripple really pulls it off to, let's just say, a greater degree than what we've seen now, and it's still, don't get me wrong, it's obviously successful. XRP is a bridge currency, duh. The idea, it just makes sense, which is why here we are all these years later. I found out about it, over 7 years ago. Here we are now, and it's adopted to a greater degree. I think if they keep pulling it off, you're going to get an exponential increase, especially because of the regulatory environment. It's obviously changing because of what happened here in the United States. And so check this out. Here, the part specifically pertaining to XRP, for this use case anyway. And then we'll get into the ETF stuff because, sit tight for that one. It's pretty wild. The President of the United States, you're going to have to read between the lines, but only a little bit. It's still obvious. But check out this first. The market opportunity here is massive. And this is, again, Brad Garlinghouse. You have trillions of dollars flowing cross-border globally. It's still largely dominated by the SWIFT network, if you will. That's a technology architecture that was developed 50 years ago. There's an opportunity to modernize. That takes time, particularly when you have a government in the U.S. kind of combating that innovation, but that's changing now. The Trump effect, if you will, is profound. You're seeing that in asset prices, but you're also going to see that in the adoption of these technologies. End quote. The Ripple CEO also says that blockchain technology may be adopted for a number of uses, including the trading of stocks and the selling of buying of real estate. Now, folks, that's another area where XRP can continue to thrive. Because real-world assets, which is important, they're being tokenized on the XRP ledger, and that literally requires the usage of XRP. And it just makes sense. It couldn't be more freaking obvious. You are ahead of the curve. All of you listening here, right now in 2025, you are ahead of the rest of the planet. Congratulations. I sincerely mean that. Yes, you beat everyone else. Now, we still have to wait a little bit. Catch it up so there's more demand. Sure. But that's the point. If you're one of the people that figures this out a decade or two from now, talk about a muted opportunity. I mean, holy euphemism, Batman. But that's not the case for you. You did find this out in 2025. If you're listening in 2025, you get the cut of my jib. That's the exciting part. It's real. Here's another quote from Brad Garlinghouse. We're definitely already seeing a change in the domestic interest. These 6 weeks after President Trump was elected, we signed more deals in the United States than we had in the previous 6 months. So these are very innovative technologies. I think they're going to play out over 10, even 20 years in terms of how they integrate and rewire the financial infrastructure of the United States. That's across payments, that's across even the settlement of maybe real estate transactions, securities transactions. So I think we're going to see this play out over a long arc, but the United States is finally unlocked. Key sentence there in my mind. Finally unlocked, the U.S. is. And I think people are underestimating how big that change is, and you'll see that continue to play out this year. Yeah, folks, the largest capital market on the entire freaking planet is pro-crypto and specifically pro-XRP. And XRP is useful, increasing utility. Can you imagine not being long-term bullish for XRP? What a dumb, failing position that is. Negative long-term viability for XRP, that's your belief. I mean, not you listening, but you know what I'm saying. There are toxic Bitcoin maximalists that will still argue that. I can't take them freaking seriously. I can't take them seriously. And check out this. More good news. More good news. Oh, yes. Here's a post from Eleanor Terrett, former Fox Business journalist here. And she's moved on. She's now doing podcasts here Crypto America, that's the I hope, is this back yet? I haven't checked yet. Oh, good, it is back. Okay, I hadn't checked since the other day. I don't know what happened, but it's Crypto in America. This is the official account. Maybe they started a new one. Actually, maybe that is why, actually, because they were following more people, including me. Maybe that jumped out at me first. But it got suspended. I have no idea why. It was probably some bogus reason, but they were trying to get the attention of X and maybe just didn't. I don't know. Anyway, just had the debut here, the launch. And so she's really gone whole hog on crypto, which I got to tell you, I appreciate and admire here. But she's been covering the whole XRP situation for years and years in crypto, broadly speaking. And she's going to keep doing that, it seems. Look at this. Here's another big one. This is a big one. Because it's the President of the United States. His media firm that is the subject of what I'm sharing with you. Look at this. This is from Eleanor Terrett. New, Donald Trump's media company Trump Media, parent company of Truth Social, has announced a partnership with Crypto.com to launch a series of ETFs and ETPs comprised of digital assets as well as securities with a Made in America focus spanning diverse industries such as energy, according to a company press release. The products, which will include Bitcoin, CRO, and other crypto assets, are set to launch later this year pending regulatory approval. Now, folks, I just got to say, key takeaway, the Made in America aspect. Whatever you think of that, I'm just telling you, the administration in charge of the largest capital market the world has ever known is pushing for a Made in America agenda, and XRP is at the top of that heap. Do you get it? I know you do. I know you do. But still, how could you not be ridiculously excited about this? Which is why I keep saying, let a little time pass. What the hell do you think's going to happen? More money flows into crypto, crypto pie gets bigger, XRP continues to have some percentage of that, and number go up. And given that almost no humans on the planet even have ever heard once of XRP, wait till that changes. Wait till that increases. So, the amount of money that flows in, the price of XRP, however high it gets, it's going to be dependent upon demand, which means actual utility and what it's doing, so on and so forth. Yes. But whatever that ends up being, I got to tell you, I have to believe it's going to be way greater than whatever the hell we're looking at right now. And I'm very happy with the progress we've seen, certainly price-wise, over the last several months, and I'm very happy with the real world adoption over the last, well, frankly, 12 years, but even the whole time I've been here, a little over 7 years, and even during the lawsuit from the SEC against Ripple, because that's not going to stop it, because XRP, because it's a decentralized ecosystem, even what happened over that period in terms of actual adoption, it just keeps increasing. I'm thrilled with that, but we ain't seen nothing yet. I'm willing to bet that people looking back on this moment in time, decades from now, they would just kill, figuratively, to have the opportunity to invest at such prices. That's my hunch. And nobody knows. I don't know. But that's my hunch, and I think it's a pretty damn good hunch. I think it's going to get way, way, way better than what it is right now, and I'm already floating on a cloud, frankly. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.